Alright guys, I'm here to inform you about the country of Russia, and I picked the topic vodka. That's the only thing I knew from the country of Russia, or at least hadn't commented at all. So a little background on vodka. It comes from the Russian word water, actually meaning little water, and it's comprised of like grain, rye, wheat, potatoes, and like a sugar and molasses sometimes when it's like smashed down and then heated up, and then it goes through a process called distillery or distilled. And for a while they only distilled it once, so they didn't know how actually strong it could be made, and then they kept on distilling it more and more times. They figured it out it'd get a lot stronger. Some of the history. Jump onto that. There's a little thing about how they ground it up. Some of the history. And it wasn't until about 1860 they actually founded vodka or whatnot, but it was more used for medical use. And then it wasn't until like the 13th century where they actually started drinking it. But not until about 1894 from Tsar Alexander was when he actually named it vodka. And it was actually mostly his drink. He outlawed all sales except for his personal sales at Tsar's taverns in Russia, so that all money had to go to the imperial treasure, and if it didn't, then it was legal to buy or sell vodka. He was sort of an outcast since the beginning. He had this weird boil on his nose, and everyone made fun of him when he was young. He always had to take some pictures from his right or whatnot, and so he never was really in with the other kids, and everyone else was in, like, people in power at least, you know, being musicians, ballerina, ballet, and that kind of stuff. He wasn't really into much of that. What he did do was he would serve all of his vodka at the royal banquets, where he would make the guests drink him even though if they didn't want to. Next guy I'm going to talk about is Dmitry Mandalay, and he was the one that actually put a certain percentage on the vodka because it was getting a lot of control. No one could control how much vodka or alcohol was actually in the vodka. And so he came up with the number 38%, and why they changed it to 40 to make it 80 proof, just like most of the vodkas today, is because of taxation back in the day, and it would just make it easier for rounding it up and calculating it out. Let's see. That once he changed it to 40%, they named it Moscow Special, and that was like most like the main Russian vodka for a while, and that's sort of how it came about. They use it for church, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything in Russia. And yeah, that's one of the, I guess there's many different ways of how it came up. That's one of the ideas of how it did it. Thanks.